What happens if you don't sleep for 72 hours? The effects are terrifying. The human body isn't built to stay awake all the time. Your brain needs sleep to reset, clean up, and sort things out. Without it, things start going downhill fast. If you skip sleep for 24 hours, you might start seeing things that aren't there. Push it to 72 hours, and your brain could completely lose touch with reality. Sleep deprivation happens in stages which are usually measured in 12-hour or 24-hour blocks, with symptoms becoming more serious over time. Understanding these phases will change the way you think about sleep forever. So stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the stages of sleep deprivation. There's no official rule on how sleep deprivation progresses, but it's generally based on how many hours of sleep you've missed. The more time you spend awake, the more your body and mind struggle to keep up. Going a full day without sleep won't ruin your health, but you'll definitely feel it. You might be tired, sluggish, or just off. At this point, your brain isn't working at full power. You're more likely to make mistakes, lose focus, and react slower than usual. A research by UCLA's Dr. Itzhak Fried shows that 24 hours without sleep can make your body act like it has a blood alcohol level of 0.1%, which is over the legal driving limit of 0.08% in the United States and many other countries. In fact, even at 0.05%, people start showing signs of impaired driving. So, skipping sleep is basically like turning yourself into a drowsy, uncoordinated mess. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, wait until you find out what happens when you go 36 hours without sleep. At this point, your body is begging for rest. That intense need to sleep, it's called sleep pressure, and it makes staying awake feel almost impossible. Now, after 36 hours without sleep, you've probably already noticed some pretty rough symptoms: poor focus, slow reaction time, but that's not all. You may also start to experience extreme fatigue, increased hunger, and these weird little episodes called microsleeps, where your brain just shuts down for a few seconds, even if your eyes are still open. And here's where things get weird. Hallucinations can kick in. Your brain is so sleep deprived that it may create things that aren't real, like seeing shadows move or hearing sounds that don't exist. Basically, your brain starts playing tricks on you, and it gets even crazier after 48 hours. You've now entered extreme sleep deprivation, and it's not pretty. Staying awake feels nearly impossible, and those micro-sleeps happen more often. You might also experience depersonalization, anxiety, perceptual distortions, increased irritability, and temporal disorientation. But we need to talk about what happens when you stay for 72 hours without sleep. After 3 days without sleep, your brain is in full meltdown mode. The urge to sleep is overwhelming, and at this point, staying awake isn't really a choice. Your body might force you into longer and more frequent micro-sleeps, whether you like it or not. At this stage, your perception is completely distorted. The hallucinations become more severe. Other conditions that may come up include complex hallucinations, delusions, and disordered thinking. Sleep deprivation is brutal, but the good news, you can recover. Here's how to reset your body and mind. Bouncing back from sleep deprivation isn't instant. It can take days or even weeks. If you miss a full night of sleep, you might need 2 or more nights to fully recover. And the longer you've been running on empty, the longer it'll take to reset. To get back on track, try going to bed earlier than usual and aim for at least 7 hours of sleep each night. Your body needs time to repair itself, so be patient. No shortcuts on this one. If you want to remember something, the best thing you can do is get some sleep. That's because while you're snoozing, your brain is busy strengthening memories and connecting new information to what you already know. You might even wake up with a brilliant new idea, all thanks to your sleeping brain. So what actually happens to your memories while you sleep? And how does lack of sleep mess with your ability to learn and remember? Scientists funded by the National Institute of Health are digging into these questions. Their research could lead to better ways to help students learn faster and even help older adults keep their memories sharp as they age. According to sleep scientist Dr. Matthew Walker, getting sleep before learning helps prepare your brain to absorb new information. Then, sleeping after learning locks that information in, making it easier to remember later. In short, if you want to learn better and forget less, sleep is non-negotiable. While you sleep, your brain moves through different phases: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, the dream stage. These cycles repeat about every 90 minutes, keeping your brain busy while your body rests. So the next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter, remember, your brain works smarter when it's well rested. For younger people, especially students, Dr. Robert Stickgold has some important advice. The sleep you get after studying is just as important as the sleep you get before. In other words, staying up late to study but skipping sleep won't help much. When it comes to sleep and memory, he warns, there's no shortcut. You need proper rest to remember what you learned, maintain emotional balance, and build better muscles. Sleep hygiene is vital to keep your hormone balance anabolic. Lack of sleep spikes cortisol, a stress hormone that breaks down muscle and stores more fat. At this point, it is evident that the importance of sleep cannot be overemphasized. But there are some good sleep habits that you need to imbibe to improve the quality of your sleep. Check this out. Good sleep habits can help prevent and recover from sleep deprivation. This includes exercises which help to relax the mind and body, making it easier to fall asleep. Exercise can help to improve the overall quality of your sleep by increasing the amount of deep sleep you get. And you will want to pay close attention to this next part. Maintaining healthy eating habits can positively impact sleep quality. Consuming a balanced diet with nutrient-rich foods supports overall health, including better sleep. Foods rich in tryptophan, magnesium, and vitamins like B6 can promote relaxation and aid in the production of sleep-inducing hormones. But here's what they are not telling you. Avoiding screens at least 30 minutes before bed can help improve your sleep quality. Light, especially blue light, has a great role in promoting wakefulness. Photoreceptors in the retina sense light and darkness. By doing it, retina can signalize our brain about the world outside and align our circadian rhythms to the external day-night cycle. Have you ever pulled an all-nighter? What was the weirdest thing that happened to you? Drop your craziest sleep-deprived moment in the comments. And now that you know the dangers, will you rethink your sleep habits?